Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो हमारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Yesterday we have seen the very foundation of life. Life has three components: the world that we experience, the experiences of the world, and the experiencer. Out of these three, to whom we give importance? If we give importance to the world, we will be extrovert, materialist, and try to improve the world. Second thing, if we give too much importance to our experiences in the relative world, we will be totally frustrated and ultimately become emotional wrecks. And if we give importance to the experiencer, then we will inquire who is disturbed, who is miserable. Because what we are, we know it very well. I am a husband, I am wife, I am mother, I am mother-in-law. We all know that. But who is miserable? If we just think about it, then we have stepped on the spiritual path. And then we will start not reacting, but analyzing our experiences. And that will lead us to a faculty that we will develop. This is the most important aspect of spiritual life. The faculty we will develop. Which faculty? We will learn from every single experience of our life. You know what is the result of this? We do not gather impressions in the form of likes and dislikes on our mind if we learn. How simple it is. This example I have quoted dozens of times. In childhood, we have touched the fire. Then we got burnt. We learned fire burns. Therefore, toward the fire, we have no likes, no dislike. On the contrary, because we have learned that fire burns, thereafter we decide how to interact with the fire and make the same fire our slave. Apply the same principle. But instead of that, what happens? We react. See, friends, then how to stop reacting? Go to our mantra. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. We all have to play roles in life. Don't take anything too seriously. See? After going to satsang, after listening so many times, so many years and years, and yet if we are miserable, then there are three options. Either the scriptures are useless, or the satsang is a rogue. See, if we don't change, nobody can help us. We are in this world to change ourselves. Our condition is a typical example I can think of. Our condition is like driving in Ahmedabad. In Ahmedabad, you are out of the world. Who will come from where, in what vehicle, you will not know. And yet you have to negotiate through. Now, how many times will you complain? It is like this. We have to change. We have to adapt ourselves. And therefore, it is necessary for every one of us to know that enough of the objective world, enough of our miserable experiences. Just before coming, there was a family who came to meet me. Swamiji, my son and that girl, they are talking on phone with each other. So, should they get married or not? You can laugh. When these elderly people come and ask me this question, I said, you are asking me about marriage? I will tell. If they are wise, they should never get married. Wise people don't get married. Otherwise, people get married, not once, number of times. See, friends. No, but what is our role? I say, your role is you get out of their life. See, the parents really have destroyed the lives of many young couples. Don't get involved in their life. You have destroyed your life, let them destroy. No, but we want to help them in destruction. See, my friends. Therefore, here Kenopanishad tells us, now enough of running away. Now start inquiring as to who is this because of whom the life is propelling. In this we have come towards the end of the first chapter. Yashrotrena na shrunoti yena shrotramidam shrutam tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nedam yadidam upasate yat pranena na praniti yena prana praniyate tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nedam yadidam upasate. Because we are alive, therefore the things are happening, or because something is expressing as life, therefore the things are happening. See, friends. So, colors and forms can never know the vision. Sense organs can never know the mind, because sense organs operate in their respective field. Mind has no Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. None of the five objects qualify the mind. So how these sense organs will operate? See? Then the mind can never know the intellect. Mind is a chaotic experience of thoughts. See? How the wisdom will be known by the mind? Then dissolve the mind in the I. It is here the real spiritual practice begins. Who is guiding our life? Mind or wisdom? Mind is the seat of likes and dislikes. I do something because I like. I don't do something because I don't like. Are we following this as the guiding force, or we do something because it is right? We don't do something because it is wrong. Who is guiding us? The wisdom, what we call technically, Shreya Marga and Preya Marga. Preya Marga is whatever I like, I do. Shreya Marga is whatever is right, that should be followed. See, friends, then we graduate from the mind and come to the intellect, the seat of I. See, friends, then one day you will come to discover the most important principle. We all go on imagining what never exists. See? like the fighting between husband and wife. The husband goes on imagining, she is like that, she is like that. He goes on imagining, and both the imaginary fellows come to me. And they say, Swamiji, you tell me what I should do. I said, first of all, you are a husband, you are a wife. Okay. Keep the husband separate and be the man. Keep the wife separate and be the man. Be the woman. So show me where are the husband and wife apart from the man. When you sleep, where the wife goes, where the husband goes. They are fictitious, non-existing entities. And who is miserable? This is the miserable. Don't take life too seriously. Life is not for suffering. Ananda deva khalvimani bhutani jayante anandena jatani jivanti. God has created this world out of cheer, joy, happiness. See, bliss is our essential nature. Blister is our acquired nature. Spiritual practice is we graduate from the acquired nature and enter in the essential nature. Essentially, we are divine. Again, still lower level understanding. Essentially, we are man or woman. Acquired, we become husband and wife. So what is the spiritual practice? Rise above the acquired nature and come to the essential nature. So essentially, you are a man or woman, not husband and wife. See, friends, thereafter, play the game of life. No problem. But we carry the burden on our head to such an extent, and once we are caught up in our own mind, then it is worrying, it is not contemplation. See, worrying and thinking, both are thoughts. Chinta and chintan, both are thoughts. Chinta makes us more miserable, and chintan relieves us from the miseries. And therefore, we have to slowly get out of the worldly objects, come to the sense organs. Give up that, come to the mind. Rise above the personal likes and dislikes, come to the intellect. One principle I told you, if you remember, always be a follower. Don't be a leader in life. This is such a simple principle. Where will I stay? I don't think. Who will take care of my food? I don't think. Who will take care of my clothes washing, etc.? I don't think. With whose car I have to go for the lecture? I don't think. Life is so beautiful. Become completely surrendered to the divine will. You will never be miserable. And such a person, he will come to know Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi. This is what is the divinity right now. This experience of yours, can you describe this experience? We have not gained anything, nor we have lost anything. In being, gain and loss cancel each other. In becoming, gain and loss is the calculation all through life. Relax, relax. Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi. This is the divinity. Tada drashtuhu sarupevasthanam. Tada means when we are no more disturbed by ourselves. Atmaiva Atmano Bandhu, Atmaiva Ripuratmana. We are all essentially miserable, never because of others. We are miserable because of ourselves. Suppose I am miserable because of somebody. I will run away. But when I am miserable because of me, जाऊं तो जाऊं कहाँ? Drinking booth. See, friends, recognize this so simple spiritual life. And for that, our mantra, देखो, सुनो, मत बोलो. There are so many things happening. So many people will say something will be happening somewhere. Yes, go through, enjoy everything, and don't get carried away by all that. In this manner, that is the Brahman that you are. With this, we have completed the first chapter. Now, the second chapter begins. The second chapter is so wonderful. And here, the student, after having heard everything from the Guru Maharaj, then the Guru Maharaj is quiet. He didn't ask, have you understood? He didn't ask. But the smart student, like the smartphone, the smart student, he tells, Guruji, thank you so much. You have explained so well, I have understood everything. In the material world, when the student tells, I have understood everything, the student is honored, respected. You are really intelligent. But here, the teacher bangs him. Repeat after me. Yadi manyase suvedeti daharam nunam tvam vetha brahmano rupam yadasya tvam yadasya deveshu athano mimam samevate manne viditam. So the teacher says, Yadi manne se suvedeti, if you think that you are really very beautifully understood, you are so great, sir, I have really understood everything. Yadi, if you think you have really understood, daharam nunam, you have understood nothing. Daharam is an iota, a little bit. See, friends, either we know or we don't know. Infinite cannot be fractioned. I am realized up to knees. Above it is still remaining. No. Either you know or you don't know. Over. But here the student tells, I have understood very well. There is nothing like very well understanding or not understanding. Therefore, yadi manne se suvedeti daharamevapi nunam tvam vetha brahmano rupam. You hardly understood anything. Meaning what? You have not understood anything. Because what you have understood? Nunam tvam vetha brahmano rupam yadasya tvam yadasya deveshu. What you have understood? With reference to something. That which cannot be seen by the eyes, but that because of which the eyes are able to see, that is the Brahman, that Brahman you are, and not the Ghanta Vajao. If this is said, then how do you say you are understood? Then, so many of them. And what I told you, Navidmaha, I don't know how to teach you. So when I have not taught, how do you say that you have understood? See the subtlety of the process of communication. I didn't teach you anything. What was the statement, if you remember? See? न तत्र चक्षुर् गच्छति न वाक् गच्छति न मनः न विद्मः न विजानीमः Yatha etat anushishyat. We do not know how to teach. So when I have not taught you, on what ground you say, I understood very well. Oh God. Maharaj. Therefore, Upanishadic studies are different. The sharpness required for studying the Upanishad is different. There was a man, morning, he was shaving, and the razor plowed through and bleeding started. And he started shouting, "Oh God, these people take money. See how bad the blade is. It has cut my face." Morning, complaining. Immediately, wife is there to help him. Do you have anything in your life except complaining? She started taking him for a file. See how terrible it is. What is the complaint? See, it is bleeding. He said, "Look here, the same blade I have taken for paring the pencil of your son, and then I have fixed it back. So when the pencil can be pared, can't you shave properly?" Now to that Maharani, what can you tell? The sharpness required for paring a pencil is of different quality than the sharpness required for shaving. In the same manner, the sharpness of intellect required to cheat others is different than the sharpness of the intellect required for not to cheat oneself is different. We are all cheating ourselves. See? Here the teacher says, whatever you have understood is only with reference to something. Yadasya deveshu. Deveshu means indriyartheshu. So what you have understood, only okay, it cannot be seen by the eyes, etc., etc. You are only parroting. See? I am not the body, I am not the intellect, I am not the man, I am not the man, I am mechanical. See, friends. So, Samvetta Brahmana Rupam Yadasatvam Yadasya Deveshu Athanu Mimamsamevate. Therefore, you require more of reflection. Mimamsamevate. He can reflect. Now, on what he has to reflect? Remember that foundation of this Upanishad. Anya deva tad viditat atha aviditat adhi. That reality is other than the known and the unknown. Now work on it. Slowly, when our intellect becomes subtler and subtler, we are able to dive deep where there are no waves of thoughts disturbing us in that deep ocean of consciousness. And then one day it clicks that which is beyond the experience of is and is not. Everything in this world is known in the Dvandvatmak Jnanam. Something is red, it is not blue. Something is tall, it is not short. The whole world is nothing but complementary opposites. Our complete knowledge is only based on this thing, complementary opposites. The truth is not opposed to anything. How many fingers? 5. Now these 5 fingers we are able to see only because in between the fingers There is no finger. So we are experiencing both, is it not? Presence of the form followed by absence of the form. But where we are caught up? Only in the something is, presence of something. But after that, there is absence of the finger. That also we know. Then who are we? We are supporting both presence and absence. And therefore, we are beyond is and is not. Asti, nasti. Is and is not applicable to us. Now, once we are convinced about this, friends, we all live our convictions. Today we are convinced 100% that I am a man, woman, young, old, etc. So much convinced. Therefore, when I am convinced that I am a man, if I talk in Hindi, I will not talk, मैं जा रही हूँ. I don't say I am a man, but my expressions are based on the foundation that I am a man. See, friends, in the same manner, if we are convinced on this, that the truth that I am is beyond the is and is not. Now, we are convinced, but do we have the experience? Then start analyzing your own experiences. Waking and dream, everything is. Deep sleep and samadhi, nothing is. Are we not supporting these two contrary experiences, waking and dream experiences of the something present, and deep sleep and samadhi experience of nothing is present? We are that eternal being. Therefore, like the space, clouds come and go, nothing happens. Be attentive. Is it not our experience? Childhood has come and gone. What happened to us? Do you know why we are not able to catch this point? I know you are not catching it. The reason is we are unable to get out of the body. That day I gave you this example. In 11th chapter, Arjun prays to Bhagwan Ram, Bhagwan Sri Krishna. This is Rama is very much everywhere. So Arjuna says, I salute you from the front, I salute you from the back, I salute you from the right, I salute you from the left. Can you imagine? Bhagwan Sri Krishna was standing in the Vishwarup Darshan and Arjuna was going, is it that way? Understand correctly. So when I say the space is in my front, the space is in my back, the space is on my right, the space is on my left, means what? I am in the space. See? And therefore, whatever may be the contents of the space, space doesn't get influenced or touched by any content. Now, this apply on ourselves. Whatever may be the colors, vision is not influenced. Whatever may be the thought, good or bad, mind is not influenced. Whatever may be the experience, waking, dream, deep sleep, samadhi. Waking and dream, we don't gain anything. Deep sleep and samadhi, we don't lose anything. This is the meaning of Mimamsamevate. The he who is busy with all the things, why government is getting there, from the sublime to the ridiculous. Hey friends, me imam samevate, again keep on reflecting. Anya devatar viditat atha aviditat adhi. Therefore, remember very clearly, spirituality cannot be taught. You have to learn. And if you are able to learn, nobody can stop you from learning. Therefore, mimam samevate, again and again reflect. Then the student, as if he goes in a solitude and again comes back. And then he says, Manne viditam, yes, I have understood. Earlier, when he told I have understood, he was banged. And after again going through a reflection and time in that, again he comes and says the same thing. Manne viditam, I understood. What the teacher should do? Give him one heart. Now, on this Bhagavan Shankara's commentary is very beautiful, long commentary. So, he, having come, that I have understood very well. Now, this particular statement is so lovely. Repeat after me what the student says. Naham manne suvedeti, no na vedeti vedacha. Dhire dhire, jaldi jaldi nahi. You must all chant together in a rhythm. You don't have to go anywhere. Naham manne suvedeti, no na vedeti vedacha. Yo nastadveda tadveda, no na vedeti vedacha. Naham manne suvedeti. Sir, don't brush me away like that. I don't say that I have understood very well, but that doesn't mean I have not understood. I have understood that it cannot be understood. In this way, he who understands, he or one understand. Understood? How beautiful it is. Naham manne suvedeti. No na vedeti vedacha. Meaning what? It is a knowledge without the knower. It is an experience without the experiencer. And when the experience is not qualified by an experiencer, who will talk about it? There was no experiencer. Reflect again on your own experiences. One homework. Who goes to sleep? Don't demonstrate. Who goes to sleep? Waker doesn't go. He is not in the sleep. Dreamer doesn't go. He is also not in the sleep. Deep sleeper also does not sleep. If he sleeps, who will know it was a sleep? Think. And because there is a sleep without a sleeper, and therefore there is happiness. See? And that happiness is uncreated. Because all faculties are dormant. None of them are functional. Therefore, the experience, now this we have to bring it into a day-to-day life. So what should be the way, the way is, let us consciously be aware that an experiencer is not created. See, but let there be no seer created. How the seer is created? When we see something, oh, how beautiful, seer is created. If there is lot of traffic on the road, oh God, how much of traffic, seer is created. You take food, oh, lovely food. A person is created. Meaning what? We go through all the experiences, but our old habit of constantly commenting, evaluating, etc. must be dropped. And if we had to say, like we say to the children, okay, there are some kids, they come for the Ananda Mangal camp and they will be drawing nice pictures, because to keep them busy, the parents give some pencil or something and do that. And they do something like that. And then after my lecture is over, yes, Swamiji, this is for you. I say, oh God, how beautiful it is, how nice it is. And the child is happy. I go and throw it away. Because it is not even worth looking at. But when I said it is nice, beautiful, I did not mean that. See, friend, then what I did? Karnataka. See, friend, these few examples should go deep in your system. A man acting as a woman on the stage never forgets, even while acting, that he is a man. Therefore, naham manne suvedeti. Though I have not understood the way you think I have understood, but that doesn't mean I have not understood. I have understood that it cannot be understood. In this manner, he who understands, he alone understands. So you get lost in understanding. So stand under it. You will be always at peace. Always at peace means not externally. What happened to you? I don't know, yeah, since I got realized, it has become like this. No. Realization is not becoming dumb. Realization doesn't mean we have no interest in life. See, friends. Therefore, yo nastad veda tad veda, no na vedeti vedacha. Slowly and steadily, we will be able to recognize this principle of spiritual life. That don't try to be enslaved by the faculty that we have. We have to rise above this. Therefore, having said this by the student, now the teacher, the scriptures, the Shruti Mata redefines it. The third mantra, Yasya matam tasya matam, matam yasya na vedasaha, avijñatam vijanatam, vijñatam avijanatam. Yasya amatam tasya matam. He who has not known, he alone has known. Is a contradiction. Because where the division of knower and known exists, immediately duality is created, and that is an illusion. Okay? Therefore, friends, this rule, cause and effect is an illusion. Karya karana mithya. And this mithya pratyay, that covers the truth. Therefore, yasya amatam, tasya matam. He who has not known, he alone has known. Because where the knower is not born, that experience, where knower is not born, that experience is the ultimate experience. Now be attentive. He who has not understood, known, he has known. But you are making a person that he is realized, he is not realized. It is for us to understand. But the wise man never claims, I am wise. See? Who claims? This happened in the US. We were having some function program. When three of us were on the stage, when Mahatmaji was told to speak on something, he spoke. He said to me, Swamiji, you go ahead from this onwards. I said, okay. So we started another 10, 15, half an hour. Then the organizers, he took the mic, he said, now after you have heard Swamis, now I like to introduce Mr. Rao. The moment it was mentioned, Mr. Rao got angry. Excuse me, please, Dr. Rao. Upadhis are so important for us. I am realized, I am not realized. Hey, friends, you know, the flower doesn't give the fragrance. The flower has the fragrance. The sun doesn't give the light. The sun is light. And therefore, the sun has no ego. I am doing good to the world. The flowers have no ego that I am worshipping God. No. See, my friends. Therefore, yasya amatam tasya matam means what? He who is established in the truth, he will never claim that I am realized. To whom will you talk? To the unrealized. See, friend. Therefore, one statement I made, if you remember, spiritual experience is non-specific existence. Give up all that is associated with anything which is specific. Now, what is specific? I am man, a woman, young, old, specific. I am Indian, I am not Indian, specific. I am rich, I am poor, specific. I am educated, I am overeducated, I am specific. Just be like the space. Whether it is in a temple or in a commode. We don't call temple space as holy space and commode space as unholy space. And the space supports everything, doesn't get contaminated by anything. Therefore, what is the truth? Unopposed substratum supporting everything. But in spite of that, not becoming someone special. This example again, just imagine if I see the red color and if my eyes become red, I see the green color, eyes become green. I see the yellow color and then I am suffering from jaundice. Why? Since I saw that yellow color, it doesn't happen. Meaning what? We don't have to do anything. It is like that. We don't have to become divine. We are. See, don't forget Patanjali. This is the Sutra of Patanjali which I adore. The most important. Prayatna Shaitilya Ananta Samapatibhyam. Prayatna Shaitilya. No efforts. What efforts? space has to put on to support the temple and the toilet? Zero. The what efforts our vision has to put on to see the different colors and forms, they are separate from each other? No. But if we have to put efforts, like some of us are hard of hearing. So those who are hard of hearing, for them, they have to put efforts. And whenever you put efforts in life, you get tired. See? Because somebody is there. So, yasya amatam tasya matam. This experience is non-specific being. And be attentive. Being cannot be without knowing. So, knowing and being are not two. This is how the space is. Space is called Akash. Kash is the dhatu. And from there, first of all, you fix the pra, it becomes prakash. Fix a, it becomes akash. Akash, avakashat akash. That which supports everything. Prakash, that which illuminates everything. Are we not the same? Vision is illuminating everything and supporting everything, but not getting influenced by any color and form. It is our natural state. Just come back to your own being. What makes us go away? Because we become somebody. Just be. Don't become anybody. Yasya amatam tasya matam matam yasya na vedasaha. And he who thinks, I know, no, he doesn't know anything. Because it can't be known. Therefore, prayatna shaithilya, effortlessness, is when possible, ananta samapatibhyam. Effortlessness is possible when you are absolutely natural, absolutely normal. See, anywhere efforts are there, we are not normal. How much normal we are with ourselves at home, in our own bedroom. But when we are in a drawing room or somewhere, we become unnatural and therefore we get tired. See, friends, and why it happens? Our struggle is we want to prove something to someone. Alas, we don't know what we want to prove and to whom and who cares. Friends, relax. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. Therefore, matam yasya na vedasa. You think, I know everything. Okay, continue. Such people are intelligently miserable. There was one person, I don't know his name, he was guiding one lady, and on Shankaracharya's one text, Shatashloki. So she used to come sometime and ask me. That time I was staying in Kaivalyadham, Lonavala. So she was from that Khopoli. So now one day she said, Swamiji, this is what I couldn't understand. Whatever I knew, I used to tell her. Finally, she got her doctorate. And then she showed, Swamiji, I got my doctorate. I said, congratulations. Who is your guide? So and so. I said, okay, I like to meet him. He must be a great person. So meeting was fixed. In Mumbai only, I went to their house. Only husband and wife, elderly people. I was standing in the door and he started talking. After 5, 7, 10 minutes, I said, may I get in? Of course, you are welcome. I got in. And again started caw, non-stop talking. I said, may I sit down? Okay, you can sit down. But he was standing, professor. And I have guided so many students, so many have done PhD on Shankar Vedanta, and so many books I have published from here and there on that. I was necessary for about 1.5 hours. As you suffer because of me, I was enjoying that. Thereafter, he said, you are not talking anything. I said, sir, I have come to learn from you. What is there for me to talk? I am nobody. Okay, I want to ask you a question. I said, yes, please. How to do japa? Can you tell me? I have never done japa in my life. So tell me how to do japa. I said, sir, you are so well read. You know, Tad Vijnanatham Gurumeva Vigachet Samit Panihi Shrutriyam Brahmanishtam. When you want to know something, go to Guru Maharaj. So I can tell you, if you accept me as your Guru. He said, yes, my student was telling you are very witty and light-hearted. I said, no, I am serious. Are you ready to become my disciple? Then I will tell you. Hey friends, Jnana Mana Jahu Ekahu Nahi. Real wisdom is that where there is no burden of wisdom. Wisdom is light. Wisdom is not heavy. If you take Bhagavad Mahapuran, 2 huge volumes, must be weighing about 4-5 kilos. You have to carry it, how heavy? Now you remember all that by heart. Now it is lifted from the books, it is in your brain. Becomes more heavy. Because I remember everything. The first was the burden of the material world. Secondly, the burden of the knowledge. That knowledge must be churned. See? And when the knowledge is churned, it like the mango juice, it starts dripping down. It comes to your heart. And then the mature knowledge is called as love or parabhakti. Brahma bhuta prasannatma na shochati na kankshati samaha sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim lavate param. Knowledge and devotion. Words are two. Experience is the same. But little bit of Vedanta way here and there, you lecture and we start thinking, yeah, I am a great scholar from UP, scholar. See? Therefore, yasya matam tasya matam. Matam yasya na vedasaha. And therefore, wise people keep shut. They don't talk unnecessarily. Avidnyatam vijanatam. Therefore, the principle is established now. Avidnyatam vijanatam. Those who claim they know, they have not known. And vidnyatam avijanatam. Those who say, I don't know, they only know the truth. Can I say, see, another good experience. I was coming from London to Mumbai. And these days, this middle class people, they got into this IT and got tremendous money. Never in their life they have seen. So they want to do something for their parents. So what they can do? Okay, let us send our parents to Europe vacation. Like that, when I was coming, there were so many, this Kesari travel brand, so many of them. So I was standing near the toilet area, straightening my legs. So one gentleman came, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse. Now he wanted to talk in English, but maybe could not express. Then he looked behind. Wife called him. He don't know even how to talk. Tuk, he went back. Then she got up. uh, you look like Anubhavananda. Are you Anubhavananda? I said, yes, no. Yes, no. I said, yes. How? Because I am, yes. But I don't know him as you know him, someone other than yourself. This is the meaning. Avidnyatam vijanatam. Those who say, I know Bhagavan, you cannot know the truth without being the truth. Knowing and being are not two. If knowing is not being, then it is non-existent. And if existence is not knowledge, then it is inert. Avidnyatam vijanatam, vidnyatam avijanatam. And those who are established in the truth, they can never know the truth as something other than the self. So when that lady asked me this question, whether you know Anubhavananda, what answer can I give? Yes or no? Both are right and both are wrong. The right answer will be keep your mouth shut and say, I don't know. This is a great Maha Mantra. I don't know. You don't have to tell anything to everybody, I don't know. Slowly, slowly, you will come to Patanjali. Prayatna Shaithilya Ananta Samapatibhyam. Like the space does not try to prove anything to anywhere in the same manner, wise men do not want to prove anything to anybody in this world. Because Ananta Samavati, they are merged in the Absolute. In the language of devotion, look at the world as God is looking at the world. How the God will look at the world? As we look at our children. Our child is useless. But even then, Swamiji, my son is so intelligent, he keeps on asking questions and I don't know how to answer. I said, look here, he is your son, yes. How can he be intelligent? Because those who ask questions, they are not intelligent. Those who answer the questions, they are intelligent. Do you mean? I said, I don't mean anything. Give me a cup of tea, that's it. So, the mother is looking at her child in a different wavelength. And other people look at the same child in a different way. See? Atma upammena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sa yogi paramo mataha. He is the real supreme deluxe yogi. He who is able to experience everyone as his own being. That means let there be separateness experience, but the separateness is not a criteria for dealing with. Like the children and the parents. The parents are definitely separate from the children. But the child is hurt, the mother is hurt. The child is hungry, the mother is hungry. That means separateness, differences is not the problem. Differentiation on the foundation of differences create the samsara. Therefore, avidnyatam vijanatam, vidnyatam avijanatam. We have to clearly understand. Avidnyatam vijanatam. Therefore, best way is keep quiet. Uttama sahajavastha. We don't have to prove anything to anybody in this world. Uttama sahajavastha. Madhyama dhyana dharana. The other day, somebody asked me, Swamiji, you should do yoga. I said, okay, I'll do it. I know you will not do it. I said, then why do you tell me? No, when you do yoga, etc., yoga, pranayam, you remain healthy and live long. For what? For doing yoga. You are doing yoga to live long, to do yoga. What for? See, friends, if you want to curse somebody, curse this way. Don't do that. May you live long. These are so simple facts of life. Somebody lives for 20 years. Somebody lives for 100 years. Somebody lives for 200 years. Somebody lives for 1000 years. Now, for all of them, the length of childhood is the same 4-5 years. As the age starts growing, suffering starts increasing. What will you do by living long? Pray to the Lord, Bhagwan uthao. See, friends, the demography of the whole world has changed because of these doctors. There is one hospital in Coimbatore. They invited me to inaugurate some department, and I don't know anything in medicine. So, Swamiji, this is geriatric department. I don't know what it is. So I went there, but we have to pretend that we know everything. And then they started presenting their PowerPoint talks. You know what is PowerPoint talk? They are blank inside. They don't remember what they have to talk. So whatever is put on the screen, that only they read. And the audience reads that thing. Oh, lovely, lovely. दोनों खाली है, empty. So when they were talking, then I could realize, oh, geriatrics is the department of the oldies. And then, Swamiji, now you please light the lamp and inaugurate. I said, I'll do it on one condition. You have to allow me to talk something. Yes, yes, please. Bless us. I said, I don't know whether I'm blessing you or cursing you. But you doctors are responsible for changing the demography of the world. Why don't you allow people to die? Many people call me the other day, somebody called me from Australia. Swamiji, my nanny is very ill and she is 90 plus and she had cancer also. And then she is having the tubes here and there. And then I want her to survive. Who is telling? The granddaughter, who is already established over there. But my mama, he doesn't understand. He is so like that. What should be done? What you want to, why you want anybody to get involved in anybody's life? Remember, we must have this clear picture. Do we have the adhikar, authority to get involved into? If not, keep away. Don't get in anybody's life unless invited. Okay? Otherwise we suffer. Therefore, avidnyatam vijanatam. Don't become too much involved in this world. And then vidnyatam avijanatam. The world is like this. Okay, I don't know anything. I am like this. Lead a beautiful, simple, clear life. In this manner, when the student is able to digest what is said by the scriptures, then the question comes, next topic is, how do we now practice this knowledge? We have got this information. See, what you heard from me is technically called paroksha jnanam. You have no experience of what I spoke. What I spoke, I have got aparoksha jnanam. You have paroksha jnanam, you have heard it. Now, you have to convert the paroksha jnanam into aparoksha jnanam. In Panchadashi, through the 7 stages one has to go through. Avidya, avarana, vikshepa, paroksha jnanam, aparoksha jnanam, dukkha nivrutti and nirankusha tripti. These are the 7 stages. So, first of all, ajnanam, we have no clear understanding about anything. Then we go and hear. So now because of no understanding, there is vikshepa, avaran and vikshepa. We don't know anything and therefore agitated. Now because of that, we come to Kaivalyadham and we listen here. And when we listen here, it is paroksha jnanam. Up to here we have come. Now we have to convert this paroksha jnanam into aparokshanubhuti. What is heard, is it experience or not? So, how do we convert this paroksha jnanam into aparoksha jnanam is the next topic. Now here the teacher says, please repeat after me in nice rhythm, don't be hurry. Pratibodha viditam matam amrutatvam hi vindate atmana vindate viryam vidyaya vindate amrutam. Pratibodha viditam matam. Be very attentive. Every experience of our life reveals the truth. Pratibodha, every experience reveals the truth. If the experiencer is not allowed to be born. So, seeing is happening, but seer is not born. Hearing is happening, but hearer is not born. Experience is happening, but experiencer is not born. Now the question is, how this seer, hearer, experiencer are born the moment they react. If you see shallow water pools, small lakes, stagnant waters, even if you put a dry leaf, there will be ripples. If you go to the ocean, deep, deep ocean, let the whole ship sink. We are at the surface level all the time. And because of their surface level existence, we have to comment on everything. देखो सुनो बोलते रहो. अरे, who asked you? How important it is. Pratibodha viditam matam. And then amrutatvam hi vindate. And then when you go through the experiences, but do not allow experiencer to be born, that experience will be something like this. Be attentive. You are seeing the color behind me. You are seeing the various things. Simply see, but don't comment. Or don't talk to yourself, so don't produce words and listen to silence. No sound is disturbing us. So we have not created any special condition. Our old habit of talking to oneself is suspended and we are not disturbed by any sound. But we are still there. How we are? We are listening everything, but not getting disturbed by anything. Because we are not getting disturbed, we are not talking to ourselves. Pratibodha viditam matam. Every single experience is meditation. Bodhaviditam matam. Then amrutatvam hi vindate. Then it will click. Remember, spiritual practice or attainment is a click. It just happens. Like Eureka! I was in London. We were driving somewhere late night. So my friend's mother told, instead of driving late and reaching that ashram, why don't you bring your Swami and let him stay here tonight? Tomorrow you go. So my friend asked me. I said, okay, no problem. I went to their house, maybe at about 9:30 or so. From there we had to drive another 3 hours. So we had to reach the ashram at 1 o'clock. My acceptance, very good. When I went to their British house, clean, neat, not a nail extra on the wall, perfect. If you want to see beautiful houses, see British houses, clean and neat, unlike our houses. So I was lying down. There were few books kept nearby. So I just took one book, reading and all that for some time. Then I put it down. I wanted to sleep. So to switch off the table lamp, I could not see where is the table lamp switch. So I had to get up and see. When I saw that bright light as if entered in my eyes, I switch off that and lie down. Then when I closed my eyes, I could see that bright light. Then I opened my eyes. I could see the street lights. Again I closed my eyes. I could see that bright light. Again I opened my eyes. I saw the street light. Eureka! The one who is illuminating the waking experience and the one who is illuminating the dream experience, are they two or one? They become two if they are influenced by them. If the waker is not influenced by the waking experiences, the dreamer is not influenced by the dream experiences, the substratum is common, my friends. Is it not? Waking comes and goes, we know. Dream comes and goes, we know. Deep sleep comes and goes, we know. Samadhi begins and ends, we know. Who are we? The waker doesn't know the dream. The waker doesn't know the deep sleep, and so on. Pratibodha viditam matam amrutatvam hi vindate. It is just a knack. The net result is uttama sajavastha. You are at peace with yourself. If you are at peace with yourself, you are at peace with the whole world. Being at peace with oneself is like the space. Pratibodha viditam matam amrutatvam vindate. Atmana vindate viryam. Now for this, who is the real support for us? Atmana vindate viryam. You are your best friend. You are able to achieve anything. Invoke your own inner potentiality. Don't go and be a weakling, a creeper. No. Atmana vindate viryam. See? We must, we should, we will have that firm conviction. No, it is very difficult. Then go to chowpatty and eat bread. See? Atmana vindate viryam. Don't seek support outside. You are your friend, you are your enemy. See? Atmana vindate viryam. And vidyaya vindate amrutam. Thus, we are 100% responsible for everything that is happening in our life, whether miseries or realization. In miseries, we remain as miserable body. In realization, we disappear. It's a bargain of total loss. Are we not doing the same thing in deep sleep? Deep sleep, what we get? We lose everything. Tatra mata amata bhavati, pita apita bhavati. Neither rich nor poor, neither educated nor uneducated. And yet we want to go to sleep. So unless we recognize spiritual life is not fulfilling desires. See friends, Atmana vindate viryam, Vidyaya vindate amrutam. Therefore, it is only we have to recognize the truth as our own being. And therefore, we don't have to go and ask anybody, excuse me, will you please tell me whether I am realized or not? No. So, next mantra, fifth mantra, Iha chet avedita atha satyamasti न चेत इह अवेदित महति विनष्टि भूतेषु भूतेषु विचित्य धीराः प्रेत्यास्मात् लोकात् अमृता भवन्ति. Now this is a warning given to all of us. Iha chet avedita atha satyamasti. Iha, here. Iha, now. Iha, in this very moment. If we know the truth, now and here, then it is realization. Nachet, after going home, I will do meditation. Friends, get this point. 24/7. Therefore, our Mahamantra, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. You are realized. How? Karnataka. What a role we have to play? Play the role. When you play the role, you don't get rolled up in that role. You're only playing it. See, friends, spiritual life cannot be simpler than this. We are not telling you do yoga. We are not telling you give charity. We are not telling you do the japa. Just be yourself. So, iha ched avedita asat satyamasti. Na ched iha avedita mahati vinashti. If you do this thing, this will happen. They are bluffing you. The truth is known here and now. If it is there and then, it is an illusion. This experience is common for all of us. Like the space is common. All our sense organs are common. They have got the same problems. Minds are common. Minds are not two. Same kama, krodha, lobha, moha, same thing. That one reality is without any division, although it is supporting all the divisions. Like the space supports all the divisions, but is never getting divided. Therefore, iha ched avedita asat, na ched iha avedita mahati vinashti. If this doesn't happen, you have lost the bus. Then, bhuteshu bhuteshu vichitya dhiraha pratyasmat lokat amrita bhavanti. Thus, you will be able to discover the divinity in everything and being. Atmopammena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna. We see the world as we have seen ourselves. If I think that I am a very smart person, then world is smart and dumb. If I think I am a rich person, the world is rich and poor. But when we discover the divinity that we are, from that standpoint, there is nothing but divinity everywhere, every moment. Pratyasmat lokat amrita bhavanti. Then, although living in lokat means the field of experience. So, although living in this relative world, yet they are in tune with the absolute. This is what is the ultimate truth. Remaining, we'll see tomorrow. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ